They didn't just skip my wedding, they sent a message. 2 empty chairs, 2 silent phones, and a note through my aunt that said, "We'll come when you're ready to be serious." I married Jordan anyway, swallowed the sting and filed away the proof. Place cards, returned RSVP, screenshots of unread texts, in a shoebox labeled, "Don't forget." I didn't. I traded brunches for pre-dawn runs, gossip for negotiations, and daydreams for numbers that could lift an elevator to the top floor. While they waited for me to crawl back and apologize for loving without permission, I learned interest rates like a second language and mapped out a mortgage that wouldn't blink. The listing I wanted sat in the sky, southeast corner, pale oak, a balcony long enough to walk off a grudge. At closing, the notary slid the deed across. My name looked steadier than blood. I touched the seal and decided a new tradition. I would stop auditioning for parents. I took the elevator up with a single box, mugs, towels, the shoebox, and set the deed on the island like a lighthouse. The view made the city look almost kind, almost. That night I opened the shoebox. I didn't cry, I sorted. I set aside a place card, the RSVP, and the aunt's message, and tucked the rest away. I wasn't burying it, I was inventorying assets. If they measured love in status, I would pay them in receipts. When the post went up, deed beside a cheap flute of champagne, the first comment was Jordan's. The second was my mother's, sudden and sugary. I let it sit. I had a better toast planned, one they would never forget. Message received. Mom called within 10 minutes, voice honeyed. "Sweetheart, your place looks spectacular. We should host something, help you meet the right people." Dad slipped onto speaker to mention donors, a board, and symbolism of a top floor. Then came the ask, "We'll need a key just to coordinate deliveries." "Perfect," I said. "Let's make it a housewarming benefit. I'll handle logistics, Saturday in 2 weeks." The line brightened. I added, "Guests will need digital passes. Send me names." The moment we hung up, I went to the building office. I booked the lounge, reserved the freight elevator, and set security to admit only QR-coded invites, revocable from my dashboard. I met the property manager, Mara, who liked Jordan and disliked snobs. "If someone causes trouble," she asked. "Pull their pass," I said, publicly. Next, I called our friend who caters charity events on a shoestring, and a DJ who owed me from a last-minute accounting rescue. I drafted the program, welcome, thanks announcement of a scholarship fund in the name of the person who never wavered, Jordan. I registered a nonprofit account, routed donations, and prepared a QR code large enough to be scanned from embarrassment. The centerpiece would be a slideshow. 3 slides, no more. Slide 1, my wedding aisle with 2 empty chairs. Slide 2, the RSVP returned unopened. Slide 3, my aunt's message, verbatim, "We'll come when you're ready to be serious." I added a 4th, small, the deed, my name brighter than theirs. Finally, I changed my emergency contacts and removed my parents from the building directory. I printed 2 visitor badges labeled guest, not family, and placed them in a silver dish near the door, next to the shoebox labeled "Don't forget." They arrived early, Mom with a bottle she called collectible, Dad with a folded speech. I handed them guest badges. "Formality," I said. "Security's tight." By sunset, the rooms were humming. Colleagues clinked glasses. The balcony filled. Mom tugged my sleeve. "We'll start with donors, then your little thank you." Dad palmed the key bowl, already picturing his copy. I tapped a glass. "Welcome to my home and to tonight's fundraiser. Before we begin, a short story in 4 slides." The screen brightened. Slide 1, the aisle. 2 empty chairs. Slide 2, the unopened RSVP. Slide 3, the text. "We'll come when you're ready to be serious." Slide 4, the deed, my name alone. "My family measured love by leverage," I said. "Tonight I'm changing the currency." Dad bristled. "This isn't the time." "It is exactly the time," I answered, and nodded to Mara at the door. Mom raised her glass. "To family, To chosen family, I cut in. To Jordan, who never made love conditional. All donations tonight fund a scholarship in her name. The QR code bloomed, phones lifted, Dad tried again. At least give us a key. I opened the silver dish and held up 2 blank fobs. These were for parents who showed up. I dropped them back, shut the lid, and on my phone revoked their building passes. Badges blacked out. The turnstile chimed denial. Mara approached. "Shall I escort?" "They're leaving," I said. "Uninvited guests don't stay." We cut cake. Laughter returned. On the balcony the river burned gold. I exhaled and poured the last of the cheap champagne into the shoebox, then closed it, empty. The message was very simple. I'm serious now, about never paying for love again.